And good evening, race fans. Welcome to race number 18 of the Mobil 1 Cup Series, chase race number 3 under the lights here at Texas Motor Speedway. We are ready to bring you 34 laps of action-packed racing, but first, we're going to give you the first 2 rows, and then we're going to show you the chase scenario coming into tonight's race. Cody Poe, filling in for the injured Jordan Hester, is going to take the top spot here tonight. In his first return to the Mobil 1 Cup Series, Cody Poe is on the pole for tonight's race. Actually, if I remember correctly, he did race last week as well at Indianapolis in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, but nonetheless, he's starting alongside of Jake Berg. This is the closest up to the front. I think Jake Berg has been all season long as far as qualifying. And then we got championship contenders back in 3rd and 4th. That would be Ray Wilson alongside of Jared Crocious. Now on to see what the chase looks like coming into tonight's race. Okay, so coming into this race, it's awfully close. Eggleston, Rogers, and Wilson all separated by just 4 points. Let's look down at the drivers that could fall out, could move in. Crocious, he's on the verge of being able to maybe get in. The same for Christian James. Ralph Green may be mathematically out. If he has a bad finish today, he is definitely going to be mathematically out. But there is a slight chance that Ralph Green could today get back into contention, depending on where Eggleston, Rogers, Wilson, Pacioli, guys like that, end up finishing in this race. Christian James, Jared Crocious, same thing. The only driver that we know for certain cannot win the championship is this guy right here, who is 13th in the standings after that costly penalty with his aggressiveness at Indianapolis with John Brace, and that's Jacob Rodriguez. 87 points out of the top spot. No way he's going to win the championship. But those other 12 drivers, it's possible that those 3 that were out could move their way in here today. Alright, so that's the way it looks as far as the points go, but we still have to find out who's going to win here tonight. We had a rather exciting event last night in the Oreo Truck Series with Nick Eggleston taking home his first win of the season in the Oreo Truck Series, and tonight the same could be done in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. Cody Poe on the pole alongside Jake Berg, as I mentioned. Then it's Wilson and Crocious in row 2, both championship contenders. Noel Stiller will line up alongside of Stephen Dillon. Dougie Shears, who won last week at Indianapolis, will line up alongside of Daniel Schwab. Then you've got Christian James, a championship contender, alongside of another championship contender, that's Devin Wilson. Championship contender Timmy Pacioli will line up alongside of Bob Fergus. Then it's Robert Bann alongside of Kenny McCurry. Angel D'Souza beside championship contender Arnold Columbia. Adam Rose will line up beside of Lisa Shears. Jack Richards will line up alongside of championship contender John Brace. And then it'll be Jake Cole alongside of John Worry. Anthony McCurry will line up beside of last night's winner and a championship contender in this series as well, Nick Eggleston. Jake Rogers and Jacob Rodriguez, both championship contenders, lining up there in that row. Patrick Murphy will line up beside of Adam Chambers. Ralph Green, who may be out of the picture championship contention-wise, but he is in the chase, will line up there. Actually, the same could be said for Jacob Rodriguez, who had that costly penalty of 20 points last week at Indianapolis due to his scuffle on the track with John Brace. And Chad Smith will line up alongside of Ralph Green. James Ball will line up beside of Ziggy Bain, who had an engine failure last week, and that may have taken him out of championship contention. We'll have to find out. Then we'll have Robert Cruz alongside of Adrian Brace. Matthew McMurray in the 51 will line up beside of Amy Nathan. Corey Williams will line up alongside of Alex Lozano. Then it's Brandon Gonzalez, a championship contender, there alongside of John Dillon. Then Sean Galligan and Matthew Rodriguez complete the rest of the field. So we'll get these cars rolling. We'll run them for 34 laps, and then we will have our chase scenario heading into next week's race, which comes from Talladega Super Speedway. Jake Berg, for some reason, pulling down there on the inside line. Something may be amiss on Jake Berg's car. That would be a tough break for him if that's the case. I think he does have a problem. Everybody trying to move around him. Yeah, something amiss on the GameStop Toyota for the very start of this race. Happened last week with Ziggy Bain. So a tough break there for Jake Berg. He is indeed heading down pit road for an unscheduled pit stop. We'll try and catch up on that Cody Poe. Jared Crocious now moves to the outside of the front row. Ray Wilson moves to third, and Stephen Dillon will start this race in fourth. Green flag is out. Look at Noel Stiller, all of a sudden going to go 3 wide at the very start of this race. Dougie Shears right there as well, last week's winner at Indianapolis. But it's all going on behind Cody Poe. Cody Poe out in front, Noel Stiller right to the inside. He tries to make a move. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. A lot of speculation on whether or not that rivalry between John Brace and Jacob Rodriguez has finally settled down, or will we see that rekindle here tonight? Right there you saw Jake Berg returning to the racetrack. Still not certain what was wrong with that number 20, but he is now off the pace, and he is now 1 lap down to the leaders, which are Noel Stiller and Dougie Shears. And here comes Dougie Shears to the inside line. He will try and take the top spot from Stiller. Christian Janes and Timmy Pacioli, 2 championship contenders, battling it out for the 3rd position. Christian Janes coming off a nice weekend at Indianapolis, picking up his 2nd career Snickers Cup Series victory. And Dougie Shears is going to lead that lap. Stiller crossed the line in 2nd, Pacioli in 3rd, but now Pacioli will take that 2nd position away from Noel Stiller. Angel D'Souza starting to move her way up that inside line. Now she takes 3rd. Well, they're certainly racing around this racetrack pretty quickly as we've completed 4 laps already. But we're not short on action as of yet. Jake Berg making an unscheduled pit stop. We're trying to get a report on what happened to that race car, because he obviously has been able to return. We'll show you the Jake Berg machine. There he is, running all by himself. 1 lap down in the 42nd position and up to speed. So obviously something happened to that race car on the start, but we're not certain what, as Timmy Pacioli will slide on by for the lead. Pacioli, 2 wins this season in that 09. And he's looking for a 3rd as he is in championship contention. And he will take the top spot back here. Good battle. Devin Wilson, Jake Rogers, Christian Janes, those 3, along with Anthony McCurry, battling it out here. Wilson, Rogers, and Christian Janes all are battling for a championship. And Christian Janes was trying to find his way back to the inside line. He now has done it, as he'll go to work on the Devin Wilson machine. He moves to the inside line. Meanwhile, up front, Timmy Pacioli's been bypassed for the lead. Dougie Shears back to the front. Adam Rose moves into 2nd place. And then a good battle on here for 3rd. Anthony McCurry and Jake Rogers. That's a championship contender right there in Rogers. Matter of fact, we've got 4 championship contenders right there. Pacioli, Wilson, Rogers, and Christian Janes right back there. Nice to see James Bald doing a good job here tonight. James Bald in that number 27's had a lot of hard luck. Holy cow, look at that! Brandon Gonzalez, Sean Galligan, they started all the way back in about the last 3 rows, and now they're up currently running in the 11th and 12th positions. And also you can add to that list Matthew Rodriguez, defending champion, right there in the 12th position. That is incredible. How they worked their way up to the front so quickly, I'm not sure, but they are running very well right now. And it's nice to see some of these drivers like James Bald, Matthew Rodriguez, John Dillon, who have not had the best of success this season, up there being able to do this. And look at this, championship contender Jake Rogers to the front. Dougie Shears, who was out in front, suddenly disappearing from view. He's now back in the 7th position, about to lose that to a big barrage, including Brandon Gonzalez, Sean Galligan, and I believe Corey Williams. Jake Rogers in his number 25 Ford Mustang. A championship contender trying to battle it out to win the Season 2 championship. Now has some company. It's Christian Janes, another championship contender, coming up on that inside line. Ray Wilson, Devin Wilson, Brandon Gonzalez, more championship contenders, running right there in the top 10 as now Christian Janes starts to go to work on running down the number 25. He has done it. He is there. He makes the move, and he will take the lead in turn 1 as we are on lap 12 of 34. Corey Williams back there now battling for the 4th position. Nice to see Williams up there doing so well. Wow, Jake Rogers is hanging there, folks. He is right on that outside line, not giving up that lead very quickly to Christian James. But now, James will get by. And now Brandon Gonzalez, who leads all drivers this season with 3 career wins in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, is now right on the back bumper of Christian James. Christian James picked up the nickname last season of Mr. Consistency, and right now, he is doing a great job in that race car, battling it out for 2 of the 3 championships and doing very well in both of those chases. As Brandon Gonzalez continues to try and battle down low, Christian James, I'll tell you what, the outside line's getting a bit more grip than I expected it would tonight. Christian James was able to hold on for just a little while there. Jake Rogers, when Christian James was underneath him, was able to hold on to the lead for a little while. Now a battle on for the lead once again. Soon as one settles down, another one heats up as Corey Williams gets a run on Brandon Gonzalez. And here comes defending champion Matthew Rodriguez, who is not going to be able to defend his championship, but wants to end this season with a bang. Matthew Rodriguez on that inside line, but now he may get challenged for that spot by John Dillon and Noel Stiller. Corey Williams continues to battle for the lead with Brandon Gonzalez. At the stripe this time, the leader was Brandon Gonzalez by a splitter, but he will not be able to hold off the barrage down low. Corey Williams, John Dillon, Noel Stiller, all nose to tail, trying to draft by that number 53 Domino's Pizza Chevrolet. And now John Dillon says, enough of this, I'm going underneath 3 wide, and John Dillon just blows by Williams, blows by Gonzalez, and takes the top spot himself as he leads lap 17. Trying to look for championship contenders coming up that inside line. I'm seeing Dougie Shears, I'm seeing Adam Chambers, I'm seeing Sean Galligan, James Ball, but no championship contenders as of yet. Also seeing Amy Nathan in the 55 moving her way up through the inside line. And look at the lead John Dillon's opened up for himself. Man alive. We are halfway in this race. John Dillon leads. Sean Galligan now battles with Noel Stiller. That's for second. Look at Stiller. Holy cow, did you see the run Stiller got on the high side there? Oh, these cars are slowing down. I think we're under the caution. We are. We're under the caution for Amy Nathan, championship contender. Ray Wilson's involved. Jacob Rodriguez, who's a championship contender but pretty much out of it anyway. Arnold Columbia may have also gotten a piece of it. Jake Cole has some rear end damage to his car. Maybe some damage to Matthew McMurray's 51. And it looks like that's pretty much it for drivers that were involved. The biggest one would probably be Ray Wilson in the 31 as he is on pit road. And remember, he started this race on the inside of row 2 when they took the green flag. Let's see what happened. Okay, here's a look. Looks like they went 3 wide into this corner, and I think that Amy Nathan and Ray Wilson just didn't give each other very much room. Right there, yeah, and Ray Wilson gets into Amy Nathan. Arnold Columbia gets a piece of contact there. Spins down. And he gets a little piece of the wall as well as Nathan and Wilson. And I don't exactly know, though, how Jake Cole came to get his rear end damage. We'll watch and see if maybe any contact here is... there is Jake Cole in the 27, or in the 12. There's the 7 of Jacob Rodriguez. There's the 51 of Matthew McMurray. I thought they were involved in something here. We'll see if anything happens coming off turn 4, as they are 3 wide. This may have been where a second wreck occurred. Take a look here. Now they seem pretty clean coming off of this turn. And right here, is there any contact between them? Nothing yet. It may have happened down here in turn 1. Let's take a look as they go into turn 1 here. McMurray down low. Jacob Rodriguez in the middle. Right here. Oh, right there. Yes, right there. Just the least little bit of contact between Jacob Rodriguez and Jake Cole, and that makes them spin in turn 1. Not really a hard lick for either driver, even though you can see some paint taken off of the right side of Jake Cole's machine, but not a hard lick for either of those drivers, really. Even though Jacob Rodriguez did hit driver's side first and is sliding backwards on the outside wall. But that was pretty much when those cars started slowing down, but I'm not exactly certain how the contact really was made. I couldn't tell if Rodriguez came up, but I think that may have been the case. I think Rodriguez just came up and got Jake Cole. So we will prepare to go back to green flag race on lap 22 of 34, which will give us, I believe, a total of 13 laps to go. Drivers that are out as a result of this: Amy Nathan has retired. Ray Wilson, I think, has made repairs and returned to the racetrack, maybe? No, Ray Wilson has retired. So a championship contender and Ray Wilson. Oh, nope, he has made repairs. There he is. He and Jake Cole are both Jake Berg are both one lap down, but Ray Wilson is still out on the racetrack, which is very important if you are a championship contender. But right now, no championship contenders in the top 5, as this is the way it looks. John Dillon leads, Noel Stiller 2nd, Sean Galligan 3rd, James Bald 4th, and Corey Williams 5th. Dougie Shears 6th, Matthew Rodriguez 7th, Adam Chambers 8th. Then you got championship contenders in 9th and 10th. That's Brandon Gonzalez and Christian James. Alex Lozano is up to 11th. John Brace runs 12th. 13th is Jake Rogers. 14th, John Worry. 15th, Lisa Shears. Anthony McCurry in 16th. 17th is Ralph Green. He's worked his way up nicely through the field. 18th, Adam Rose. 19th is Robert Cruz. And 20th, Timmy Pacioli. We'll go back through the top 25. It's Kenny McCurry, Devin Wilson, Jared Crocius, Patrick Murphy, and Stephen Dillon. Well, John Dillon has yet to win in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, as he is out in front for today's race and this restart. So we'll see if maybe he could pick up his first career win here tonight in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. Green flag is out. Dillon was able to check off winning his first Oreo Truck Series victory last season, or not last season, but a few races ago at Michigan, I believe it was. May have been at Chicagoland. If he could do the same tonight in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, then he would just have to get his eyes on his first Snickers Cup Series victory, as he leads the way. You see that car of Jake Berg up to speed. So, and he's going to actually go to the inside line. If Jake Berg could get a caution right about now, Jake Berg would be back on the lead lap and maybe able to contend for a top 10 position or something. I don't know. But he continues to battle side by side with John Dillon. Corey Williams battled side by side for second with Sean Galligan. Dougie Shears very much still in this, trying to look for win number 2 in a row, as Corey Williams will slide on by using that lap car of Jake Berg as a pick against John Dillon. Tell you what, the trucks looked a little bit steadier through the turns than these Mobil 1 Cup cars do. Watch when they go through this turn. Watch how they kind of slide right here. See right there? You saw the 88 car. Just wiggled just the least little bit. As now he's going to get challenged by Dougie Shears down low. This is shaping up to be one great battle at the end. I can just feel it. As Dougie Shears leads the way, Matthew Rodriguez there in second. Now we're starting to see some championship contenders show their faces up in the top 5. There's Brandon Gonzalez in the 53, Christian James in the 66. And you notice John Dillon was stuck on that high line. Look how he's been able to maneuver his way through and past other drivers. He's now going by Dougie Shears. He bypassed Corey Williams. He bypassed Jake Berg. That groove, that middle groove, does have grip, so you are able to make passes in that middle groove, and John Dillon showing that right now, as now Christian James, Mr. Consistency, going to go down to that inside line. He's battling against Brandon Gonzalez, who are both battling it for a championship as well. He'll lead that lap by about maybe a few inches over Brandon Gonzalez. Noel Stiller right there as well. John Worry. Oh, Noel Stiller, like out of nowhere, just ended up slowing down. I don't know what happened to him right there. He may have, I don't know, but his car definitely fell off there in that turn. Kind of held everybody up now and opens up a little bit of a gap for Christian James. Actually, it opens up a pretty big gap, as now Noel Stiller's trying to lead everybody back to try and close back in. Look at John Brace. He was running near the back of the pack for most of this race, or in the middle, actually. He's now battling it out with Brandon Gonzalez for third. Noel Stiller closing in on the back bumper of Christian James, though. They continue to run single file. I wonder if these two may try to break away from everybody and battle it out amongst themselves. Christian James is a championship contender. Noel Stiller is not. Stiller does have a Mobil 1 Cup Series victory. It came last season when he was driving the number 24 for Hendrick Motorsports. Whoa, he almost made a move there, decides better of it, sticks behind the 66. You see this right here? I think he's trying to draft the 66 here at Texas. It looks like he is. Yeah, look at him. He's trying to make sure that his engine does not overheat. That's why he kind of sticks his nose out just at least a little bit. You can see right there, he's sticking out just a little bit to the left side. Not making a move, though. I think he's drafting with the 66, trying to get him away from the rest of the field. They're coming up on that slower car of Ray Wilson. They'll both mirror each other, go to the inside. John Brace got held up back there, though. Getting held up is John Brace, Jake Berg, who is a lap car. But look at this. Noel Stiller drafting with Christian James. When's he going to make his move, though? If he is going to make a move. Still continues to draft. Look at the lead they've opened up on the rest of the field. They're now in turn 3, while the leaders are just entering turn 4. This is a wide margin, and Noel Stiller, I never have seen drafting here at Texas like this. This is just like watching a 2-car breakaway at Talladega. This is incredible. But the question is, with 3 laps to go, when is Noel Stiller going to make his move? He now goes to the inside line. Stiller will go to the bottom, and Stiller has now chosen his moment. To the inside goes Noel Stiller, and Stiller will go to the lead. Now you gotta wonder if now that this draft has been broken up, if that'll bring the field right back to them, or will Christian James be able to tuck back inside, right underneath that number 24's rear deck lid, and they try and pull away again. 2 laps to go here at Texas. It's Stiller and James who will battle it out for the win here tonight. Stiller with about a car length advantage over Christian James, who is trying to get back on the hit parade, trying to get back up to the back of that number 24, and will do so. Christian James is right there. He now tries to do the exact same thing Stiller did. On the back bumper, white flag in the air, and here comes Christian James to the inside. Stiller up high, James down low. James going to get the advantage down this side? No! Stiller is strong on the high side still. They are side by side down the back straightaway. Stiller up high, Christian James down low. Will Stiller be able to do the same he did through turn 1 and 2 that he does through 3 and 4? He does! It's going to be a drag race to the finish line. James down low, Stiller up high. Winner at the stripe is going to be Noel Stiller on the high side by about maybe a foot and a half. A drag race to the line that nearly was pulled off by Christian James, but Noel Stiller picks up career win number 2 in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, career win number 1 this season as he wins. What a race, and how about Noel Stiller getting the run on the high side through both turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to get Christian James at the line. But how about both those drivers, James and Stiller, drafting with each other to settle it between the two of them for the win here tonight at Texas. Whoa, what a race. That was incredible. Let's take a look at the finishing order, and then we'll come back see what the standings look like. But I'll tell you what, Christian James unfortunately didn't get the win, but he's going to obviously be happy with a second place finish as far as the championship chase is concerned. Well, after the Oreo Truck Series race here last night, the chase field kind of opened up a little bit. More drivers got into contention. Here tonight is just the opposite. We have now only 7 drivers mathematically in contention for the championship. Others that are out as of right now, mathematically out, Ziggy Bang, Ray Wilson, Ralph Green, and Arnold Columbia. They are able to move in if they get a good finish at Talladega. But Christian James' second place finish, look at how it just barely gets him into that 44-point range. He's 42 points out, and he finished in second place. So Jake Rogers, Devin Wilson, Nick Eggleston, Timmy Pacioli, John Brace, Brandon Gonzalez, and Christian James will live to fight another day. They don't have to really worry right now, but Ziggy Bang, Ray Wilson, Ralph Green, and Arnold Columbia is crucial. They get a good finish at Talladega in order to be in championship contention at the season finales. And Joltis Jared Croce is 70 points out. He is definitely out of contention, and so is Jacob Rodriguez. Alright, so the Snickers Cup cars come here to finish off this race weekend. Here come the rest of the standings and the rookie standings. See you guys next week at Talladega when the Mobil 1 Cup Series will head there.